The new fucking webcam. We got it. Absolutely butchered attempt one at streaming. But that's why there's fucking did it again. Did it again. God fucking damn it. All the fucking shit I had to go through to set there it goes. All the shit I went through to set this shit up. Fucking wild. Let me log in here. Throw myself a like. And then fucking dip out of here. All right. We're in here for the fucking long haul, baby. Let's fucking talk about sports-ish. We'll see. I basically, I hate fucking streaming. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate doing this, but it's going to serve as like a pregame that people could go back and watch. This is the actual attempt. We're scrapping the last one because I was very intoxicated and disoriented. That's what happens. First game of the season, you get rowdy and, it's going to happen that way. But you grab a drink of the fucking drink and you head down your merry way. You continue the path to greatness. That's what this is, the path to greatness. We're going to talk about the Dolphins, all right? And then I'll talk about the other NFL games because, yeah, what the fuck? So, obviously, in a few hours, the Dolphins will be taking on the Chargers. And, that's what I do. I go on this channel, I talk about the Dolphins and really whatever I like to talk about, which is I'm kind of still working my way into figuring out really who I am on the internet. But I'm happy to see that I've gained some subscribers. I can't believe people actually take the time to listen to what I have to say. I got a new microphone for that reason, because I want to make better videos. And obviously being live to me is a little weird. So if you're going back and watching this, just understand I'm trying to work through some kinks and get a grip of how I want to do this. And also I'm in the middle of moving. This won't always be the actual room that I'm live in. This is just a one-time thing. And well, not one time, might be 2 or 3. We'll see. We're trying to get the room set up, but for now, this is what I have to work with. This is going to be what it is. And I just got finished watching that Mike McDaniel interview on ESPN, where he talked about how when he was with the Houston Texans, he had issues with alcohol abuse and he didn't show up in time 2 times and he got fired from Houston, went 865 days without a job in the NFL and ultimately ended up under Kyle Shanahan and, so on. I tell you what, that shit made me want to run through a fucking wall. I didn't even know that about McDaniels. I didn't know that he ever had a problem with alcohol, but it was very cool to hear how open he was about his struggles of the past. And he wasn't ashamed he's not a person that's ashamed to keep it real with himself. And I really respect that. I respected the hell out of that interview. He said he went to rehab for 13 days or something. That shit was cool as hell, man. So shout out to Mike McDaniel. I'd run through a fucking wall for that, man. And hopefully things get rolling in the right direction as I'm out of fucking focus. It's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to have a good day. All right. Football starts in about a half hour. And yeah, I got the red zone, the Sunday ticket. We're fucking set up. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day as soon as I get off this because, after the game, usually I wait till after the 4 o'clock games and then I do my post game, even when Miami plays at 1. Um, but it works out better today because as soon as the Dolphins game ends, I could just hop in and make my video, and that will be the next video I make. Those are kind of my bread and butter, really, is when I'm off camera and I'm just throwing gifs in the background. That's what I like to do. Hang on, I gotta check my phone. Someone has reached out to me. Gotta let the old lady know that I am in the middle of some important shit. And yeah, gonna hop on here for about 10 more minutes, talk about the Dolphins. Up there that goes. I keep fucking kicking the camera. This is incredible. I bought a new webcam, a new mic, all in anticipation for this event, which is the first game of the season. I don't know how much I'm going to use the webcam. Bought it from Walmart for 25 bucks, clearly better than the computer camera. But, I don't I don't dislike being on camera, but I don't like being on camera where it's like everything I say is just on record because I say a lot of off the wall shit. So when I'm making my videos, I could go back and undo the off the wall shit that I say. I can't do that live. So I'm kind of like watching what I say because, you know, people out there aren't don't want to hear too much off the wall shit. Speaking of, I should probably start talking about the game now, right? You'd think. You'd think, but I mean, there's a million other fucking Dolphin channels that talk. My favorite one is the All Dolphins podcast with Omar Kelly and Adam Poupart. And I really like their videos. I think I'm too fucking young and dumb to talk about it every day. All I care about are results. And that's what I'm looking to see today. Can the Dolphins beat the Chargers? I mean, last year, you would think that the Chargers are going to be much better than they were last year. And it kind of seems like the Dolphins didn't improve very much. So I don't know. I'm not very confident in the ability for Miami to win today. Of course, if they do win, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be on after the game talking all sorts of shit. I always say that I think Tua is better than Herbert. Do I really believe that? I don't know yet. I can't tell you honestly if I really believe that from the bottom of my heart. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think that the Dolphins defense is going to have the biggest task today because they don't have Jalen Ramsey. Kahu's going to be starting. And I didn't like Kahu last year. I know a lot of people, I know he's really good for, what was he, undrafted, I think? I mean, that it's great to be a starter if you're coming off being undrafted, but he does a lot of holding, and he's playing some tall, lanky, fast receivers today, and I do expect some pass interference on the end of the Dolphins to be going on today. So that'll probably be a talking point later. And I also expect our run defense to really hold because that's going to have to be the bread and butter is we got to hold them to third and long and hopefully get them off the field because you can't let them run for 5 yards and fucking have 3rd and 3 over and over again or 3rd and 5. It's got to be 3rd and 8 and longer for the defense to have success. And I assume that Vic Fangio is thinking the same thing. Obviously, he has a lot of experience with the Chargers. The Chargers have a lot of experience against him. So I think the Chargers are going to put up some points, unfortunately. But that just makes it better for us Tua stands, Tua non crowd. I fucking love Tua. And I tell you, I feel like I'm sounding way too negative, but I am concerned about the interceptions because there were a lot of them in training camp. And, you know, that first preseason game, his first pass went straight to the Texan defender. And that didn't make me feel any better about the things I was hearing about training camp where he was throwing a lot of interceptions. those 3 interceptions were egregious. They were right to Packer defenders, and I don't know if the concussion was the reason. I almost hope so because, like, they were so bad, and it was drive after drive. It was throwing it right to him, and it was just a catastrophe. And then we don't see him again until preseason. Houston, the first thing he does is throw a pick. And then for the rest of the time, he didn't really. The deepest pass he threw was to Braxton Berrios, and that was like a 12-yard pass or something. So a lot of question marks, and I am the biggest Tua fan, and I really want to see him do well, and I think he will do well, but there is a concern level there with the interceptions, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Obviously, I think in order for Tua to do well, the running game is gonna have to pick up, which leads me into the next topic. A Chain isn't playing today. Um, it's more so the latter. They're not really gonna use him very much. And 12:40, my final prediction for the Dolphins game is that the Chargers win 30-20. Unfortunately, Dolphins win. I will be the first person to apologize to the entire team. Hopefully, it's the start of a super bitch. Wait, now, bitch.